When you get into electronic music production, there comes a time when you start thinking about the human factor in your tracks. When everybody you show your music to hits you with the "yeah, that's dope, it sounds like it could be used in a video game," you know it's time to change something. The coldness of digital synthesizers and quantized drums doesn't really help a lot in this regard. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. There's a myriad of albums that thrive in this cold, mechanical, robotic atmosphere. Around 2018, I started to approach music a bit differently and really focused on creating sounds that felt warm and more human, using tape simulation on quantized drums, field recordings, and extensive resampling. But there was still something missing. The moment I discovered the so-called mineral ambient scene was a breakthrough. Every single one of the albums that I heard felt incredibly soulful and human, despite the digital nature of them. Finally, after ULLA dropped the masterpiece album Phone, I realized that the vocal samples are the way to go. Today we're going to be looking at a vocal sample chop technique to incorporate in our own tracks. This is the sample that we'll be using. Now first things first, we need some randomized granulizer goodness. Now make a sand, slap spectral sand on, and mess around the settings until it sounds beautiful. Time for a delay. I'm using the deep blue preset here. Now slap Edison on the send and record just the process signal. Export it and set it aside. It will come in handy soon. Now export the main processed vocal sample and stretch it. Now what we want to do is to cut it into small pieces and pick out parts that sound somewhat rhythmical. We're trying to build a rhythmical vocal phrase to use as a base for our track. This is the chord sample we're going to use underneath our vocal chops. Now let's add a bit of that spectral sand processed vocal sample we did at the beginning and see how everything sounds together. One crucial thing in this style of music is the dynamics. Now I'm going to mess around with the volume of particular little vocal chops so that they complement the overall atmosphere of the track. Now it's time for the 2 tape 7 treatment. And some stretching. And there we have it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.